Hey, what's up guys? Pastor AJ. This shock therapy is coming to you on location from vacation, and so we're in McHenry, Maryland today, and you'll see some of the wind blowing the trees and the leaves and everything behind me, and that's great because it's going to go along with the passage we're going to talk about here in just a second. As far as announcements goes, we have our M&M Bowl is coming up in the middle of November. Brother Jim will say a little bit more about that this Wednesday night, and then we also have a Parent Appreciation Night coming up in the end of November. He'll say a little bit more about that as well on Wednesday night. So make sure you're there to get some of the info on those activities. The teen of the day today is Karlee Sparks, and she asked prayer for her school. Obviously, she's in college at this point, and so pray that she adjusts to college well and is able to finish all the projects and papers and homework and all the things that come along with college. You just pray for her today. You've got her number, you're friends with her on Facebook or Instagram, message her and let her know you're praying for her and that you're thinking about her today. That would be an encouragement to her, so make sure you do that. Today's thought is going to come from Mark chapter 4. There's a couple verses I'm going to read through them. It's just a story, and then we'll go from there. But you know what? I'll just tell you the story. So Christ has just taught all these people, and he looks at his disciples in verse 35 and says, "Let us pass over on the other side. Let's cross across the sea." And so he says, and when they'd sent the multitude away, they took themselves into the ships, and there's some other little ships with them. And then in verse 37 is where we get into the meat of the story. It says, and there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship so that it was now full. So in other words, the ship is filling up with water. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, this is Christ they're talking about, asleep on a pillow. And they awake him and said unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and he rebuked the wind and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And then he looks at them and says, Why are you so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And they, being the disciples, feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? Okay, quick thought today. But as you look at that passage, how many times in life do we have storms that come about? You have schoolwork that comes that just seems too difficult. You have people that are making fun of you behind your back at school. You have boyfriend, girlfriend problems. You have all these things that come up that look like they're big storms. And a lot of times teenagers and even adults will say, well, where's God in all of this? How could God let this person die? How could God do this? Why would God do something like that? But yet Christ is waiting for us to recognize who he is. And when he comes and says, Peace, be still, he says that to a sea. He commands the sea. And then he looks at them and says, why do you have no faith that if I care about the sea and I can take care of that, why are you so worried about your minor problems? Why do you have no faith? So my challenge to you today is this. Why do you have no faith? Trust God to handle your problems. Love you guys.